Tomas, what is the sort of team's mood after a game like that? How do you regroup from a second half like that?
Yeah, you never want to start the season 0-2, but something that I'm really proud of this team is just that we stick together in the locker room. We've done some good things in both games, but it's just sticking together and figuring out what we have to work on and coming out this week and showing we can do it.
Damien.
What was the mentality like on the offensive line there, having to, I guess, switch some puzzle pieces around, moving over to the left side in that second half and trying to make it work as best you guys can?
Yeah, the mentality is just next man up. If one guy goes down, we've banked reps all throughout fall camp playing against different guys, so the expectation is any guy can jump in there and we don't skip a beat.
What do you think about the fact that Tommy and Aiden were able to get some reps against like a starting defensive line and getting that experience when they hadn't really gotten it in their time here? Does that help them in the long run?
Oh yeah, it definitely helps them in the long run. And I feel like them being able to step in and do a good job just shows how mature they are, and they're only going to get better from here on out.
Dave.
What was Coach Moore's message to you guys? Just turn the page to ODU and some uncertainty about who's going to play, but kind of next man up, like you said.
Right. The mentality Coach Moore comes out with is just like football's a violent sport. You never know what's going to happen during a game, and like I said earlier, it's just the next man up mentality. We got banked reps playing with each other, so it's just hopefully, or the expectation is not to skip a beat no matter who's in there.
You guys moved the ball pretty well at times in the first half. What do you feel like was missing a little bit in that second half?
That second half, I just feel like obviously in the first half we did good things offensively, but we just have to football's a 4-quarter game. We have to put together 4 good quarters, and that's something that we just need to work on this weekend and go out and do this Saturday.
Did you guys sense that Vandy knew you were shorthanded on offensive line in the second half? It seemed like they really brought a lot of pressure at you guys in that second half.
I don't know if they felt like they were young guys or not, but I just feel like, again, like I said earlier, it's next man up mentality, and we just can't skip a beat on offense. And I feel like we didn't help ourselves by having 3 and outs, and that's something we have to work on this week. You
played a lot of left guard in the past. You played a lot of right tackle in the offseason. Left tackle in the last game a little bit. What is it like moving around to those different positions? Is that an easy transition between the 3?
I feel like normally I would say it's not an easy transition, but how Coach Moore sets us up in practice, he makes sure guys are going multiple positions, so in case that does come up, we don't skip a beat during the game.
How much work had you gotten at left tackle before?
Coach Moore did a really good job splitting reps throughout practices during fall camp, so I've gotten work at every position, and he, like I said, the same for other guys too. So
certainly there's different elements to playing those. In guard, you got help on both sides. How strange is it being a tackle for you? How comfortable is it for you not having help on the outside like that?
Yeah, when I first got here, making the move out to right tackle was a little uneasy, but throughout spring ball and fall camp, I just really settled into that role, and I'm comfortable in it.
Damien.
What's been the team's mindset once you went through corrections and entering this week of prep for ODU?
The mentality is just you got to learn from your mistakes, and you can't dwell on last week's loss too much because we have a game this week and it's a good opponent. We just have to go out and make the preparations and prepare to win the game.
What have you seen in ODU's defense?
Yeah, they're a good defense. They have really good players, 43 and 98. Started watching a little bit on them yesterday. We just have to prepare like it's any other game and just put our best foot forward.
Dave. Coach Pry was saying on film, ODU looks really, really stingy in the red zone. Mm-hmm. What makes them kind of so good in that area, in your opinion?
Yeah, I watched the Indiana game yesterday, and I think they had like 3 or 4 stops in a row. I just feel like they're a team that really bows up in the red zone, just make them kick a field goal rather than give up 6 points.
Let's go to Zoom for a couple.
On Zoom again, we'll open it to questions for Tomas. Any questions on Zoom? Okay, Travis.
Anything else in the room for Tomas? Thanks, Tomas.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.